you scared the shit out of me. Hello, boys and girls. Nice to see you again. Nice to see
How's
you
it
again.
going, Drew?
And
Not bad. Not
let me
bad.
first introduce you to our first new people that have joined us. This is Aaron, who was here yesterday, and the one there in the white shirt is Deck. Deck, these are Ozarks.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, mate.
Hiya.
And the special guest who was here today that weren't here because he's a lazy fucker is Bob over there.
Alright, mate. How are
Bless out of you, fella.
Sorry, what?
I'm all right, guys. Thank you for asking. So, when I spoke to you guys yesterday,
This is Jake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
That's right, Jake.
there he is, the main man. How you doing?
Yeah, late flight, mate.
It's all right.
Lottie, can you do something with your voice?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Cheers.
So when you guys spoke yesterday, obviously, last time we spoke, should I say, we obviously talked about taking an L is nothing to be frowned upon. Like sometimes shit don't go your way, and calling it and taking the L and moving on with it, in my opinion, is to be commended. Enough people don't learn that lesson, and they end up fighting until they've got nothing left, and then they leave the city and never come back. Whereas you guys have made, in my opinion, the smart decision, because no disrespect, but the RDG they just had more members and they were more active, and it's one of them in it where it's always going to be a bit of an uphill battle.
I mean, we did what we could. We tried. We had a plan. We went with it, and obviously just wasn't enough. But we weren't afraid to back down and like you said, take the L. It is what it is. At the end of the day,
Living your
move on.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, it's one of them in it where like it's a tough one. Obviously, we were just talking on the way up here that you guys as a gang, as individuals, and what you tried to do is fantastic. Like, we're not just a shooty gang. You're very much building bridges kind of gang. And I respect that. Do you know what I mean? There's not enough gangs out there like that with that kind of attitude. Most of them, it's just like, I want to take over. That's the kind of attitude that they've got.
Yeah, like, we don't go out actively looking for trouble. Like, if it comes to us, it's different. We'll like fight for it, which we obviously tried doing, but we just didn't have the people. But we're not the sort of people to like, go out and actively cause trouble or, look for it.
Exactly, and that's the best thing, that obviously you get some people who think, you know what, this is a city where I can take a gun out and I can do my thing with it. Yeah. But with you, like you're smart with what you're doing. Like you don't go, and like you said, you don't go looking out for beef, which is one of the main things that we like. Because at the minute we haven't got any guns. We don't really ever thought of having any. But I mean, if it ever comes to that we needed it, then obviously we would have to have a think about it. But I mean,
yeah, this is obviously why we wanted to like chat with you guys and sort of get your thoughts on what we've been discussing as a group.
So I'll be honest with you, yeah. When Bobby told me, I had many questions, many questions.
Yeah, so you should, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I expect that.
So, from what I understand, just so we're all on the same page, Bobby told me that you guys obviously were here last night. You weren't wearing that mask, and you decided as a collective that you'd like to merge with the Nova Corporation.
That's correct. Yep.
Right. Okay. So Bobby also told me that you have I'm unsure of how it works, so I would like clarification. You currently grow weed in a bunker. I know what type of bunker it is. Definition is a hideout. And that's owned by the Kingsman, right? So, like, how does that work? Like, explain it to me. Do you know what I mean?
So we currently have a business deal with the Kingsman where we have full access to their hideout. We plant all of their weed plus all of our weed in that hideout, and we are able to sell all of the weed we grow and harvest directly to the Kingsman for an instant cash load, so to speak. So we don't have to like sit around and sell it at a trap house or go to the islands and get rid of it that way. We can just pass it over to them for a certain price.
Yeah.
They pay us straight away, which obviously makes it worth doing, because if we had to like grow both as well as sell it ourselves, that'd be too
It's
long.
time consuming. Yeah, I agree with that.
So
So,
it's not a bad deal.
obviously, my next question is, how much do you sell it to them for? How much do they buy it for?
So we are currently selling per bag for £375.
Do you know what the rolls equivalent of that is?
Fuck knows.
Let me do some maths quickly. 375, you say, yeah?
I think we sold some the other day. It was like 536 bags. We got 200k for. If they sold it at Trap House, they'd get a 100k profit on it.
So that's like 20.
So you're
per?
currently getting, for is it cookie weed? I'm assuming what you're selling, yeah.
Yeah.
So 307. So you get one roll is worth £35, right? So 375 divided by 35 is 10.7. So essentially, you're getting 10.7 rolls per bag, which I mean, obviously it's a shit price, but at the same time, yeah, you are growing their weed and they're allowing you to grow in that bunker.
It's safe.
We got
Um,
full
instant.
security.
So I like that. Now, we have a bunker of our own, and every day we grow to the maximum capacity. Now, we sell 3,000 bags a week to the man on the island, and in return, he gives us 21 rolls per bag. So you're looking at about, and plus when we get them washed, you're looking at about 1.4 mil a week. Now, obviously, now this is my concern, and I have some questions. I also have some ideas that I want to run past you, all right? Because I'm aware that you rent the mansion in the middle of the ocean to our left, right?
Currently,
yeah. And I want to see kind of your reaction to what I'm going to ask you, right? So just be open to new decisions, all right? To new ideas. Obviously, realistically, we would have two of these bunkers of our own, and we'd grow 260 something plants in there every day, and we'd double how much money we bring in. Now, how time consuming is it growing all the Kingsman's weed at the same time?
So it does take quite a bit of time, especially when we're not all in the city at the same time. If it's just like one or two of us, we plant. How many is it of theirs we plant?
150 of theirs, 100 of ours.
Yeah, we hit about 110 of ours a day.
All right,
110 to 120,
And always 150 of theirs.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let me do the maths on that. In fact, actually, hang on.
Well, yeah, I didn't tell you both either that we got an extra 50 seeds from them as well earlier. So
Ooh,
we planted some of them as well.
That's good.
that's nice.
You got an extra 50 from where?
Rue,
Oh,
he came in and he was like, you see the stash in there? He was like, just take another 50. I was like, fucking Sam, mate.
sick.
Oh, lovely.
That's
Yeah.
nice. Sorry, give me a second. I just need to get something out of my boot.
You guys make, essentially, if you was to grow the same amount of weed you're growing now, and you were selling it through the way we sell it, you'd be making 79,000 £695 a day for 110 seeds that you grow. So it's not bad. Obviously, the thing is, yeah, you can't grow. The only place you can grow cookie are at those hideouts. That's
Yeah.
inside. So
what we
those
wanted to do
hideouts
is
are very
potentially we wanted
lucrative.
to, when the lease of this island starts running out, we want to try and get our own hideout.
Yeah,
That
and
was
that
our-
was going to be my next question. Yeah,
Oh, was it?
obviously,
Jumping the gun.
no, it's all right. Obviously, you might have noticed that the one or two of them have come up in the past week or two
hmm
for sale, and they've been snatched up straight away. So I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, I think everybody who's got one has got one at least for the next month minimum. So it's not ideal. Obviously, I knew I should have fucking got the other one when I seen it, but I didn't have the money, I didn't have the funds there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, that leads me on to a second question, right? So at the moment, there's no point in, obviously, unless you've got like 1,000 Gorilla Glue seeds in the back of your car or locked away in a secret box somewhere, growing gorillas kind of pointless because it's like half the price of. Obviously, you can grow it on a mass scale if you rented somewhere that was like a big fucking warehouse, but at the same time, you're getting half the money for doing the same job,
Yeah.
which is why it's kind of pointless growing gorilla, in my opinion. That's why we only grow cookie. Now, you could alternatively use the money that you are paying for the obviously it's a tough one. I was going to suggest there is an office 698 in the city, and I've wanted it for some time. Now this office would be like a front of house base of operations for the Nova Corporation.
Mhm.
It'd be a big dick play, and it'd be like a physical location for us to be based out of, because currently we kind of just turn up where and when's required.
Yeah.
Obviously that place is 78 bitcoins a month. Now,
Mhm.
I know the place you're currently renting is 60 bitcoins a month.
Yeah.
I spoke to the realtor earlier, and obviously there is a difference there now. Me and Ben would be happy to pay for that difference. I know that.
Yeah, see,
it's
this is what I
obviously-
said. This is what I spoke about last night. Like, you know, more people, it means like bigger opportunities for like, you know, properties and whatnot. So, like you said, like there's an option to like have somewhere nice like that for like a cheaper price. With more of us.
You just, I'm just really thinking hard about smoking this cigarette. Would you just give me like 30 seconds? Yeah. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
just I've got a nicotine rush. Do you know what I mean?
Right, let me just put this fucking whiskey down. I drink whiskey all the time on a daily, so
It's got to be done, mate.
well, exactly. I've had a stressful day. Well, I mean, a stressful 2 days because I can count yesterday as today. So I ain't been to sleep yet. Right, this is You're right there, Bob, mate. Smart for an
Still got a head rush, I think.
Not used to it.
I get that all the time.
Well, as Bob hopefully can't hear me, I hope he makes the right decision. Otherwise, he will be getting a punch from me.
And you handed in your notice.
Oh, I'll be handing him my notice within 5 seconds. Don't worry, I've got someone in the boot. Don't worry that. I've got a clipboard ready.
Tell her to hear that.
Jack, don't worry, mate. I've had it plenty of times, mate. Don't worry. And I've lost too much in my lifetime already. You know this.
So sorry about that. I was very focused there. Sorry if
You're
I
fine,
give you a
mate.
bit of a death stare there, boys and girls.
Jesus.
So obviously, we could potentially rent this office. It's literally never been rented, or as far as I'm aware, it's not a very hot spot. It's not a popular enterprise in the city, but we could turn it into a physical location.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that'd be if you guys are totally up for it. I appreciate that it's a bit of a sidestep to maybe what you were thinking of. Also, that leaves us with a bit of a dilemma about pay. So, in case you hadn't realised, we've got some new recruits here. We've got Deck and Aaron. And we've also recently taken on Mr. John Wesley with his kick-ass mustache. And then there's me, Ben, and Bobby over there on the far left. So we obviously, the people like Aaron and people like Deck and John get 100k a week flat every week. Obviously, when you're somebody like Bobby, you make a little bit more money. And when you're somebody like Ben or like myself, you make a little bit more money still, all right? Now, obviously, there'd be 4 more mouths to feed, and we'd only be bringing in a little bit more money. Now, it would still be more money, nonetheless. Like you're talking, let me do the math on that quickly. We just do some mental arithmetic. So 79k a week, times that by 7. It's about 557 grand a week. Now, the way I see that, there's 4 of you. Divide that by 4. That's 139 grand a week that you guys would get cash every week. How does that sound? Is that a reasonable amount of money?
Yeah, mate. I'm happy. That sounds good to me.
But
I like 6 figures. You know.
So is that, would you, if you were all studying now and I offered you 139k a week, is that deemed acceptable to you, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd take that.
I just want to say something here. Obviously, you're coming as like these two here, but like myself, as you know me, come on. Sorry, getting a bit off track. Well, no, what I was going to say is, obviously, you're coming as like these two new gentlemen next to me. You will work your way up the rankings in the business, and you will get paid more slowly as you go up. It's not all the same pay.
Obviously, we appreciate that Frankie being the leader of the Ozarks and joining with us may be deemed as almost a downgrade for now, but I assure you that with Frankie's people skills, with how he's represented the Ozarks and the direction he's tried to take them, you could soon become a senior partner, which is what Bobby is. You'd obviously be earning more money and you'd have more responsibility. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, other than Frankie, I know you guys, but I don't know you like that. So I'd be interested to see kind of, I'm very much like a people person. Like if, for example, Aaron here likes to go hunting for coyote pelts, but he's not a massive fan of doing oxy runs. So naturally I send him hunting and he comes back with a fucking truck full of fucking dead coyotes. Do you know what I mean? He sat there all night skinning them with his hunting knife and shit. But then somebody like Dekia wakes up in the morning thinking about doing oxy runs, mate. He fucking loves it. Do you know what I mean? And so he just smashes them out constantly. So depending on what you like, obviously we'll ask you to do a bit of everything, but depending on what you like doing, depends on like what will kind of pigeonhole you into that lane, if you will. Now, my point is that at the Nova Corporation, we mainly do Oxy's like our number one seller, right? Everybody wants it, but nobody wants to do the runs. That's why it makes our niche in the market very profitable and also very important. Obviously, we sell joints as well, and some people are interested in that, but a lot of people grow them themselves. So that's kind of like just a side thing in case people want them, right? Now, going forward, we've been creating makeshift body armor. I don't know if you're aware of that. The body armor is better than the joints. It's more versatile. It gives you that little bit extra armor when you apply it because a joint might not quite get you to full armor. And you can use it in a wider variety of situations. You can use it whilst you're running, whilst you're in a car and stuff, whereas you can't really do that with a joint. Now, as you guys had our VIP membership card, now obviously upon merging with us, you wouldn't need that anymore. But let's just say if you still had that, right? What we offer to our VIP members are the opportunity to purchase police issue Kevlar body armor, which let's just say it fell off the back of a truck and straight into my fucking warehouse, all right?
Love that.
So the police issue Kevlar is stronger than regular body armor. It's quicker to apply. It's lighter. It ticks all the boxes. Yeah, it's a significant advantage. Now, we're also looking at... Have you ever heard of the Witch Doctor before?
Mm-hmm.
And are you familiar with what the Witch Doctor does?
I've heard that it costs around 30k, isn't
Yes.
it? And it,
Indeed.
So,
what I've heard is it doesn't even like make you feel as good as you would as if you went to hospital.
No.
Isn't
So
it
let's
like
just
like
say-
a black market doctor or something like that.
Mhm.
pretty much. Let's just say I was shot now and you took me to the Witch Doctor. Cost you 30 grand, 30k, 30 stacks, 30 bags to revive me. And I would then be feeling like I've just gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, all right? Now, it is a good little useful thing to know where it is and how it works, but it's one of them where people know where it is and people can catch you in the act, and it takes a long time for the Witch Doctor to perform his fucking magic, all right? Now, what we're offering is we have contacts in the NHS where we have been able to get ourselves some saline and some first aid kits, all right? Now, for any of you wondering what saline is, when you go to NHS with a little boo-boo and they stick a little needle in your arm and you start feeling a little bit better, that's what saline is.
Ah,
A first
shit.
aid kit is what you use when you're fucking looking at the pearly gates and the NHS worker runs over and gives you mouth to mouth and fucking CPRs the shit out of you until you come back. So what we're proposing to VIP customers is we offer them a 15 grand come to you Witch Doctor service. I've still not got a name for it particularly yet, but it's quite self-explanatory. So let's just say if our good friend, what is it, Lottie, did you say?
Yeah, like.
Let's say Lottie drowned in the river when she went for a swim again, right? And you needed a bit of assistance and you were a VIP member, you could give one of us a ring and we'd turn up here with all our medical supplies and we'd do our best to bring Lottie back from the brink. Now, she'd still have to go to NHS in a couple of days for a checkup and that because I'm not a fucking doctor, do you know what I mean? But I know my way around a first aid kit and that. So it'd be like a very useful commodity. And again, it's something that you don't really see in the city, right? It's not something that's widely available and it's not something that people really have even tried doing before. So I think that brings value. Do you know what I mean? And plus 15k a time. Let's just say we don't buy these first aid kits for 15 grand per. So we make a little bit of money on that. But again, the reason why we sell Oxy joints and then these other services, we don't do it to make money. That's not how we make our money. We make our money by growing and selling weed. And all it is it allows us to have lovely little meetings like the one we're having right now and get our names out there and builds our reputation and makes more contacts, which in turn makes more money. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you think about everything I've just said? I don't want it to be
Can I
like a
ask
show and
one
tell
thing?
there.
Go on,
Yeah, I
mate.
was gonna say I have some terms as well that I want to like talk about.
Like,
You can go.
so obviously you've kind of explained like what you guys do. Are you? I know it's not really. It's more gang stuff that I'm gonna say, but like, are you ever looking to do big things like potentially get into coke or try that out, or is that completely off the menu?
So I'll be honest with you. A week ago, we had 3 people who worked for the Nova Corporation. Right? We've expanded quite quickly, but we've only got people here who want to be here and people who have done a good job, right? Now, it's not that I don't want to do coke. It's that coke is very risky. And to do coke, you need guns. And to get guns, you need relationships and a lot of fucking money. And in my opinion, yeah, we're not even remotely close to being at that stage yet, right? So, to answer the question, it's not off the table, but it's not something that we're looking at doing in the immediate future because I'm a businessman and I don't like risk. Now, we run a legitimate legal business, and renting that office would put a face to the name of the Nova Corporation. Now, if we don't do that, there are other avenues that we could pursue. There's the person, Richard, who owns the Belmont Bar. I could potentially rent a room off him for a certain amount a week. And then we could be based out of there and have special meetings there and stuff, right? But again, having a place of our own would just be that much better for the interactions that we have. Now, obviously, we make good money off the weed, and it's very little risk. We go to see the man on the island in the morning. No police chases, no CID, no helicopters. It's very nice and it's very pleasant.
Even though I do like the police, but
yeah, we don't want to be like
I
bringing
don't like the
attention
police
to ourselves.
But I just like
Yeah, like what I was gonna say is obviously like, you know, we have come from, you know, gang life, and obviously, you know, like us going into this, there's still parts of us that want some sort of like attachment to it. Not that we want to remain it as like an actual gang, but there's like elements from it that we still like, you know,
you want to do
sort of enjoy.
Alright.
So like you said about the guns, like I'm not saying that like guns are everything, but like personally, I feel like it's an avenue that like, you know, should be explored. It's good for protection, you know. It like
So
there
you're
could
saying
be...
you sleep a little bit better at night with a fucking revolver tucked under your pillow?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Like there's situations, you know, you may get into which if you had a gun or people with guns by your side, maybe that situation could have ended a lot differently. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
better-
understand. That makes
It's better to have
just
one
makes
and not
sense.
need it.
Not have one and need it. Yeah,
Oh,
I agree
yeah.
with that. And I'll be honest with you. Yeah, where we're at the minute, it's not something that we need, but it's not. I'm not against getting them. Obviously, they're just expensive, and at the minute, we're kind of just building up funds and stuff. You know. I
Yeah.
do really like the idea though that you guys are kind of prepared to get dirty and do that stuff. Now, let's just talk about, before I answer any more questions, we got robbed the other day by a gang called BSK. Don't know if you've heard of them. Apparently they're proper
No.
hard fuckers and they like to swing the dick around a bit.
What do they look
So,
like?
Rogue Street Killers they're called. It's
Yeah,
not
they-
the
they-
most
What
pretty
were they
name ever.
wearing?
They
They were wearing like
wearing-
sandy camoed
Yeah.
clothes. That's kind of their MO apparently, from what I've been told. Now, obviously, the way that we got robbed made us reevaluate how we don't just bring. So, for example, if you wanted to buy some shit now, we wouldn't just bring the shit to you. What we do is we'd come here, you'd pay us, and then I'd send you a location, and that location would be a dead drop of a van parked somewhere with the keys inside unlocked, and in the back of the van would be the stuff that you've bought.
Yeah, I like that
And you
idea.
just go to the
Sounds
van,
good.
and you'd buy the stuff. Right, we've done it twice tonight to the Joyces and to La Guerra. Both flawlessly worked.
And where did you get
Everybody's on the
van?
same
Do you just-
page. We
like,
just bought it from
pick-
PDM,
Oh, okay.
so we've got our own van. Do you
It's
know what I mean?
because
It's not a
local
marked
vans-
van.
It's because local vans, after a certain amount of time, if you're not in the car or you're not close enough to it, it will go thief. So the vans.
Yeah, obviously having those guns would be good in case anything happened with the dead drops. And obviously you guys would be very good at like protecting those assets. Obviously the fact that you might not all be here at the same time doesn't really bother me, because like we all just help out when we can. We understand that. Like, for example, Deck here, he only has a special pass that allows him to fly in after 8 o'clock on a night. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm not up Deck's ass all day like, oh, Deck, why are you not fucking doing oxyrans at 7 o'clock in the morning? Do you know what I mean? That's not how we do it. Obviously, if Deck's in the evening and that's all he can do, then when he's in, we just expect him just to put a bit of graft in, do you know what I mean? And then he can do whatever he wants after that.
That was
It's
the
just
same
how
for
it
us.
works.
Like,
Very chill.
you know, like I understand that like my people couldn't be in the city every night, all night. Do you know what I mean? Like when they are in, you know, I expect them to do what they can to help. But if for whatever reason they can't, you know, it's not their fault.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. So, do you have any more questions? I know that you probably have a few, and that's totally fine.
Shoot your questions as many as you got.
Well, that was mainly main one, to be fair. Like, yeah, like just like what would you also say that there's like room for how do I put this? Some sort of like shady business to go on in the background of what we do, or not at all. So like,
In case you haven't realized, fella, all we do is fucking shady business. To be honest with
Yeah.
you. Obviously, we have the legal front now. That's more so for if the police ask any questions. We sell bandages, legal items you can get down at Pop's Pills. We sell little bits and bobs like that, you know? Like, we have that kind of stuff on the shelf. Now, that kind of stuff's covered in about 12 inches of dust because nobody ever fucking buys it. But it doesn't mean that it's not there and available in case anybody comes asking any questions, right? The main way we make our money is by selling weed and growing weed, right? Obviously, we sell the oxy, the joints, the body armor, and everything to organizations because it gets us involved in the scene. It gets us where we need to be. It builds our reputation. We get more customers, and it's like a snowball effect, right? Obviously, we can do. Let's just say I bought a van the other day for about 235 grand, and on the side of that van, there's 24 different liveries with many different businesses and bank companies and all these different possibilities. Do you know what I mean? That we can do potentially evangelicals and bank robberies with. Do you know what I mean? If the need
that's
ever
like, yeah,
arises.
that's what I'm sort of getting at. Yeah, like obviously I'm speaking on, like, you know, I'm speaking for everyone here on my side as well. Like, you know, because we're coming from a gang, you know, that stuff sort of still interests us. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we don't want to like throw it all away. Like, yeah, that's basically all I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I understand it. And obviously that kind of side of the life is obviously very attractive. Do you know what I mean? Can appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'm not saying like, you know, we have to do it, you know, dressed how we are now or whatever. Like, you know, I'm talking like full incognito. You wouldn't batter an eyelid as to who it was.
So like the way I speak for myself and Ben when I say this, but when we do robberies, we don't walk up to the counter with 3 hostages and a knife in our hand. We like to take it the more. We work for the bank company and I'm here to check the money in the vault, and
Yeah,
then
I
I
like that.
leave, and we don't get caught, and we don't get chased, and that whole part of the risk is eliminated. Obviously, you have to play your role. You have to be prepared with your IDs and your
Yeah.
work order and shit.
See, and I
But-
think like with all of us, like how many people there will be, like, you know, all of us with one plan, you know, could come up with something really good.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if we're all on the same page, we're all willing to chip in. Like if we all did a bank and we were all on the same page, we could probably be the first bunch of people in the city to rob a bank without having any
Yeah.
hostages.
Yeah, of course.
It wouldn't even be that bad. I mean, we've done Evangelicos as Bugstars before, and there's literally nothing the police can do because we've got every box checked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess if you cover everything, yeah, then
Like we had a work order, we had IDs. Like, let me just send you a text message real quick. Hang on.
So these work orders don't have to be signed by anyone. You just write them out.
I guess they're just like, you know, forged.
I will show you now how we do it if it works. I'm not sure it is going to work. Bear with me. I will provide you with what you need.
This silence is
Sorry,
loud.
I'm starting to get a bit scared.
Don't be scared. There ain't no bears in these woods.
I mean, I don't know, mate.
What, the coyotes up there somewhere?
Aaron will sort them out.
I feel like we need a hunting rifle just for...
For whatever reason, my
I just walk up to them, they'll walk away.
my phone's been a bit funny. But I will show you later on. We've got essentially like IDs made, and it'll say like, have a picture of me in my Bugstars outfit. It'll say like Bob Bradley, extermination specialist, and it'll have like a barcode. And oh, here we go. Hang on, it's working now. Hang on.
Let me check if he's actually bloody paid for his pay to go.
That sounds all real proper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'm not
Well-
gonna lie, I don't even know you could do it like this.
well, the only problem is
either.
Bob hasn't paid his pay to go thing on his phone.
Yeah, like sometimes where you have to go into the corner shop and fill up on your lecky meter and that. I didn't do that with my phone. Do you know what I mean? And I think I need a top up.
Oh, Bob.
You only got 4 texts
Yeah.
this month, mate.
Just
You
switch
get
to
one
KitKat.
call.
Use it wisely.
But yeah, and then we got like a work order. Let me just read it out to you because it's hard to explain. Obviously, I'd show you, but my phone's throwing a wobbler. Let me find it. Who did I send it to? There you go, Daz. So the work order was, it said at the top, Bugstars Pest Control Los Santos work order. Fumigation to be carried out at Polito 3007 Evangelico store due to infestation at the property. Once fumigation begins, no personnel other than those authorized by the Bugstars crew on site may enter the premises for safety reasons and those of insurance. Once fumigation is finished and confirmed by Bugstars, the property may then be accessed by whomever it may concern. And then it also goes on to say employees of Bugstars have been given permission to break the glass of the cases due to a member of staff having lost the keys the day before. These are due to be replaced on the next working days anyway.
Yeah, that's
Kind
clever.
regards, Peter Ian Staker, Bugstars director.
That is smart. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So if we could do that with just 2 of us, think about what we can do with 10 of us. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that was my main term. Like, you know, as long as them sort of avenues can be explored as well as, you know,
okay.
the other business, then
You can
I'm fully in.
you can do what you like, but as long as it's not over the edge and make sure you're not obviously wearing
Oh, no, of
non-legible
course.
clothes, then
Yeah.
then I don't think we've got a problem with it. Like, as long as you're not going around causing beef and stuff, like I know you won't, you lot, but like, as long as you don't do that and you like, PD don't know that you've come from like us, and we've got a bad background to us behind the legitimate side, then I don't think we've got a problem.
And also, like what we were texting about earlier, a weapons table. Is that something that you think would be good for us to have?
Now I'll be 100 with you. The weapons table, the crafting table was a motherfucker to get. With a weapons table, you need 2, 3, or 4 of them of
3
crafting
tables.
tables.
You need
to
3
make.
crafting tables, yeah.
So we have a crafting table.
See, we have a crafting table, and me and Jimmy are obviously both really high rep. So if we did want one, it wouldn't be as hard as we probably think.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. And
So
I mean, we
got,
have
like, one
all
table
the
near enough.
information to make another bench. I don't have the
Exactly.
information to make a weapons bench,
I've got near enough the information anyway.
I think we could figure it out.
3 crafting
Now,
tables,
And I know
50K.
the outlaws over the water there. I know they know exactly how to make one.
Yeah. What, the MC?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
now
what I was
maybe
thinking
in
too.
the future we could venture into selling like ammunition or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
People look to buy that, and that's where a lot of people get their money from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in that.
Obviously, to do that though, you need the outlay of the tables. Obviously, if things go well, we can buy a crafting table for 250k. Like, I've seen people selling them on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Isn't there like a
it's not the
group
end of the
that
world.
specialise in building crafting tables or something?
Yeah.
I know a guy who is trying to. So you know the properties you can buy around the city with like, not Bitcoin. Like,
Real estate.
yeah. So he's bought a bunch of them, and he's got crafting tables in there, and so it's pretty much you can rent that a week. Let's say Aaron here wanted to rent a property, yeah, and he paid 100 grand a week to rent this place. It's got everything he needs in there to make money. Do you know what I mean? He just has to apply himself. He pays 100k a week. Yeah, he might make 110k the first week and then 120k the next week, but eventually he'll be making 500k. And my friend's just making 100k every week for doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it soon pays for itself. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good plan, to be honest. It's a smart idea. And I'd be totally happy for us to do Vangelicos and robberies and stuff. Even if you wanted a chase and a fucking stab up fest with the police, like honestly, whatever floats your boat. Like, I'm not the fun police over here. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, when we're in, we get shit done. And then typically throughout the day, we get shit done. In the evenings, we do either meetings or just chill and have a good time. Go to a nightclub and drink a bunch of fucking Jaeger bombs and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw up in the pool next to Pink Cage.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
not talking
yes,
from personal
Bob.
experience or anything.
Drowned
I don't
in
know
a
what
pool.
you're talking about, Bobby, man. I peed in the pool as well, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, and you pissed on my clothes.
Yo.
Do you think we should go through like our flying times?
I was about to say that. So me and Ricky, to my right, we are only in city in the evenings. Ricky definitely only in the evenings. I am sometimes during the day. Depends with what I have going on.
Yeah.
And then Lottie and Jake, they are in the city during the day quite a lot of time, and also the evenings as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's half and half.
So it's
Yeah.
it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
And there is just one more thing. Me, Ricky, and Lottie, we're all going on a holiday next week, Thursday, for a week and a half. So we won't be available for then. We'll be straight back
That's
in the
alright.
city.
Obviously, everybody's got the time off, right? It's good to get away and that. And like that's absolutely fine. Just for like reference, I'm in all day, most days. In the evenings, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, typically. Not Wednesday or Monday. Those days I'm in my apartment with my cats, all right?
Mhm.
Aw.
my friend here on the right of me, Deck, he's only in the evenings,
Left
like
to
we
you.
said. Shit, that's why I failed fucking basic fucking directions in school, man. Then we've
That's
got
alright, mate, we all make mistakes.
Aaron, and now Aaron's in. Aaron, what's your schedule, fella? Typically.
It's at the moment it's all day, but in a few weeks it'll just be the evenings.
Okay. And Bobby?
Bobby don't sleep.
What?
Bobby don't sleep.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's not good for you, mate.
What's your schedule looking like in the immediate future and for now, fella?
Well, I mean, starting from like next week, I've got shit going in my head through the day, so I'll just be in from like 6 p.m. storm onwards.
Everybody's typically about in the evenings, right?
Yeah, that's
And
gonna
then
be
obviously,
the main event.
yeah. And then there's me and Ben. So Ben, when he's in his apartment, he thinks about the night shift.
Okay.
Like he's in not every night, but he'll be in at like 5 o'clock in the morning or some shit, and he'll be like cracking on with stuff when I fly in. I'm quite
Yeah.
fortunate when I go back to my apartment and wake up to go to work. I work in my apartment, so
see.
I'm quite fortunate to.
I miss
I'm
that.
not always doing stuff, but I'm about. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if like the whole place is burning down, I'll be there with a bucket of water to put it out, kind of thing. Obviously, shit gets done. We plant every day without fail. We harvest, and then at the end of the week, we go to the man, and the man we get paid. So obviously, I'm happy for you guys to come aboard with us. That's not an issue. It's obviously whether you guys want to. What I'd probably suggest is how long do you have left on that house in the middle of the lakes lease?
We bought it on the 11th of August, I believe.
So would you say by the time you come back from holiday, that'll be expiring?
Yeah, it
Pretty
will. So I
much,
need
yeah.
to make sure I pick up the crafting table before I go next Thursday,
Yeah.
because otherwise I'm
alright.
fucked.
Yeah, that's true. What I'd probably recommend doing is letting that lease expire, and then when you get back from your holiday, we'll talk about where you want to go, like what you want to use that Bitcoin for, like as a collective. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll be honest with you, it's just me and Ben who pay for the bunker that we have, but that's
Yeah.
not an issue. Obviously, these guys on my left, obviously they're not in a position to pay, and that's not their fault. Do you know what I mean? And I don't hold it against them, but the pay does reflect that as well. That's something you have to also take into account. So if you guys are all able to pay, then not only does that open up bigger opportunities when it comes to the properties we can own, obviously not a stupid amount. I appreciate like the amount you were paying for the house on the hill on the side of the cliff were probably a good amount like each for you to pay, and you probably aren't looking to pay more than that. And that's
Yeah.
why it's important that the next place that you do rent, or we rent as a collective, is something that we all agree on. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It-
Yeah,
it
like
can't-
there'll be how many? 6 of us in total.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So obviously, like, let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say that you rented the, let's just say you rented the office. Yeah, that'd be 78 Bitcoin. So in that case, you guys would just pay the 60 like you did before, and me and Ben would pay the difference. And then obviously, me and Ben would continue to pay for the bunker as we are at the minute.
Yeah.
And that way, you don't have to pay any more than you were before. But we, as a collective, get access to 2 special locations as opposed to just one.
Yeah. I get ya.
Obviously, the more you get into it, and whether you enjoy doing it, then obviously having that front of house business with the Nova Corporation fucking logo plastered on the walls. If you've seen the little real estate video, mate, it's fucking sick. Have you seen that the office one? When you fly out today, yeah, make sure you go on the real estate website. It's like a fucking diamond building in the middle of Vinewood.
Really.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on a minute. Hello.
Yeah, now. Well, I
Busy
mean,
man.
if he doesn't come up with a right answer, he's getting
Define a little situation.
All right.
What are you guys thinking anyway? What are your thoughts? You've not really said much, Lottie.
No, yeah, sounds good. I'm in.
See, I'll get these fists.
I agree.
Right. Okay.
What you
Um,
thinking, Ricky?
How did
I-
you get taken hostage?
Yeah, I'm all good.
I mean,
Sounds good.
I see it as this, like, you know, I can imagine it going somewhere like.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's not an
this is-
issue.
This I
I'd
feel
I'd
like this is
recommend
the
just
start
doing
of
the
something big.
doing the packages.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just doing them packages, and then tomorrow
getting
bring us them
goosebumps.
11
Exciting.
packages. Obviously I'll
Like
still
I
pay
said,
you like normal.
Combining.
And then I'll just
the
give you some more
two
packages. Obviously, you've
different
never done them
scenes
before,
is
and
just like, you
around
know,
this time, people are
it's gonna be good.
savages. Do you know what I mean? So
No,
I'm not really
100%
going to
fun.
hold that against you, but just bear that in mind. Obviously, next time, park close to the man and make sure you get back in your car and lock your fucking doors at all times. Do you know what I mean?
Punching him in if you don't hurry up.
Obviously, like I said, yeah, I appreciate the honesty, man.
That's
Like,
a whiskey talk.
if I were you, I'd have flown
Keeping
the border
boss
to
man
Mexico.
Bob
Do you know what I
waiting,
mean?
not
But
good.
it's one of them. You've done good for just being honest, but I appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, just do them runs, get them 11 done,
No, but
and I'll
hopefully he
collect
says
some off you
yes and
tomorrow.
it's
I'll
gonna
pay
go
you
far,
for
can
the
already tell.
11, and then we'll talk more
Definitely.
then, all right?
Well,
Alright,
we
no
said
worries,
Frank, I
brother.
think
What
he
can I
thinks
save
it's
your
gonna go
number
far
as
anyway.
well? Because I've just got your number now. Harry Smith, right? Lovely. I'll save that now, brother. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. All right.
Yeah,
appreciate that,
I
man.
already don't like Harry Smith. His name just cringes me out. Sorry.
Mate, he got fucking taken hostage for a shop boss. So, for reference, we met him at the 590 motel. He was putting something in his car, and he's new to the city. So, we give him an opportunity to run some Oxy packages. We give him 20 packages, and he did some of them, and then he got taken for a Vanjie, and then the police seized them off him, but they didn't take
Oh.
his packages. So, he lost 9 Oxy, but he's still got 11 packages. Obviously, he's never done it before, and it is kind of prime time. So I said to him, like, I appreciate his honesty. Like, he could have gone to Mexico, do you know what I mean? Got a quick fucking flight and that. And I wouldn't have blamed him, really. But yeah, obviously, we also try to incorporate new people. I'm not saying that there's going to be like a full-time thing there for him. But like, if we can get some new people, a bit of early cash in the pockets, doing some Oxy runs and that, then it's just better for us because it's supply and demand at the end of the day. Now, let me all... Bobby, would you just... In fact, what's your special number, Dick?
384.
And you...
This is
Aaron?
108. This is 108.
Bobby?
Yeah, mine's 105, mate.
And then Mr. Man with the sunglasses and the black tie?
401, mate.
You shouldn't have given me this because you do realise I'm just going to carry on doing it.
Mr. Flat Cap?
How many whiskies you had now?
163.
I mean, today this is going to be my 17th.
And you're the one driving.
Frankie?
Yeah, I drive all the
352.
time, mate.
What, do you drive better
Lovely.
when you've had some whiskies, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair
That's
enough,
a
fair enough.
negative.
And Lottie?
393. Come on.
393, yeah, thanks.
Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about.
No, but you shouldn't have got me started because I'm just
Proper
thinking we're
meeting.
doing
So I brought some
Oh,
stuff with us just in case everything went lovely, jubbly. Do you know what I mean?
all that
I'm
20 minutes.
not going to drink now. I'm going to wait until we start driving.
Appreciate that.
But
Thank you.
just for
thanks,
the
mate.
record, yeah. If when you do, obviously, right now I'm gonna pass you all a contract. All right. Now this contract comes with a non-disclosure agreement. So,
Yeah,
are you
started.
familiar with the term "blooding out"?
Yes, we are.
I'm going to get one.
So we don't do blooding out here. It's not a thing. What you do is you sign the non-disclosure agreement, and if you are ever to leave us, then you leave. You don't mention a word, or else I'll get the finest lawyers in all of Los Santos to throw you back over the other side of the poverty line. All right? It's we're very amicable here. We don't resolve all our problems with violence. All right?
Mhm.
So as you can see,
Yeah,
Bobby's
Got four bits of paper here.
got their notepad out. So if
for
you guys just
four-
want to
four lovely people.
sign on the dotted line. Obviously, at the end of the day, if you want to leave, it's no hard feelings. I'm not going to come hunt you down like the fucking Baba Yaga of John Wick. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not like them other bosses. But I'd rather you be honest about it. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, we're honest here. I'm a very honest guy. I don't mince my words. Do you know what I mean? And
Right, Lottie, if you just want to sign on, there we go. Yeah, nice. That.
fairly
Brilliant.
sure you
Let me
guys are
just
similar, right?
flip it over. There we go.
Now, as I was saying a minute ago before that guy ran
that.
me, if you
Right.
check out that office,
just
698 office, it's called.
Just to get
It
you
is,
Ricky there, mate.
it's got like 2 parking spaces either side. It's like this full building. Have you ever been to the Crow X Racing office? So it's kind of like that, but better, in my opinion. It has
Really?
2 offices for the 2 CEOs, or whoever's there to, like, for example, say if Frankie were there and nobody else were there, then Frankie could like use one of the offices and obviously do a smaller business in them offices. But there's also like a massive boardroom with a massive table and loads of chairs, and that's where like the big gang meets happen in there.
So wait, are you talking about the office you own at the minute?
No, so we own a bunker. We don't own
Right.
an office right now, but there is an office on the real estate website. It's called
Right.
Office 698, I believe. It should be
Yeah.
right at the very top of the list.
Office. I'll make a note of that and have a look when I
I
fly
just
out.
realised I think I did
It's-
what I was meant to do wrong.
Yeah, I'll just remove that for you now,
But
mate.
it's all right,
yeah,
fella.
he
Don't
done it
worry.
at scene.
Put it on my car, mate.
Well, I was just getting it out there.
It's all right. At least you're happy about it.
Anybody got an
But yeah,
Cheers, mate.
obviously, I'm glad you're all on board. I know Ben's going to be very happy. I'll be honest with you, Ben, in his infinite wisdom, would eventually one day. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad before?
Yeah,
Are you familiar with a man called Gus Fring?
sure am.
So Gus Fring, to the untrained eye, is the manager of La Polos Hermanos, which is essentially a fancy way of saying KFC, right?
Yeah.
He works at the
Why don't they just say
KFC.
yeah.
Like, we're going to work at the office. We're going to sell bandages and plasters to poor little Jimmies all over the city, right? But then in the evening, Mr. Gus Fring's selling £3 million worth of meth to fucking the shadiest gang in the city. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them where we're on a very similar wavelength. We don't sell drugs like that yet, but that doesn't mean that those kind of things might not happen in the future. Do you know what I mean? Again, it all starts with the legal cover where we keep our nose clean. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, we don't give anybody any reasons to rob us and or fucking like come at us for any reason. Do you know what I mean? Because we're offering the people of this fine city a service that's, let's be honest, it's a good service, right? People want shit like that, and obviously, people like not having to do long things. So if they can just buy that with money that they make off selling a shitload of drugs, yeah, then they're gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? It's common sense. So I need to take a flight. My time has come.
I've just got one
when-
more question.
Absolutely, fella.
Is there any like sort of guidelines as to what to wear, or is there like something in particular everyone has to wear, or
Just literally just
No,
a meeting,
so
just
you-
smart wear.
So you see how I have this gold chain around my neck?
mm-hmm.
So this gold chain, there's only 2 of them. There's one for me, there's one for Ben as CEOs of the Nova Corp. Everybody else, including Deck, but if left is at home in his fucking bedroom drawer, yeah,
precious,
has a
like.
silver one. So that silver chain that Bobby has on and that Aaron has on is an identifier that you are with the Nova Corporation, right? So obviously that's the only thing you have to wear. Obviously, Frankie, you're dressed pristine anyway, and to be honest, you all are dressed shit up. So it's just we just dress smart. Do you know what I mean? We're not like asking you to fucking wear a suit every day. Like you might have seen me sometimes rocking up in my fucking grey t-shirt and me body warmer. But like, you know what I mean? Even fucking Gus Fring wears his fucking KFC uniform sometimes.
Let's go.
But yeah, other than that, just you're looking good as you are. There's no dress code, no vests, no bullshit like that.
And so from today, are we like fully in then?
Yep, you signed the NDA. Congratulations,
So-
people.
When Ben
Because-
comes in,
What I'm thinking is obviously we've got this business deal with Kingsman still. They obviously
Okay.
still know us as the Ozarks. So there's gonna have to be a conversation that comes to light at some point that where we can obviously tell them that we're not anymore. And I don't know what's gonna happen with this business deal. So I'm just trying to
Obviously,
think of like what to
yeah.
do at this point.
So at this point, you don't have to sell the weed to them. Bear that in mind. You can grow the weed there, and you're growing their weed, and obviously I'm assuming they're gonna still like that. Now, obviously, I'll be real with you. You either sell the weed to them and make half the price, or you sell the weed with us and make. So you either get 10.7 rolls per bag, or you get 21 rolls per bag. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
And
obviously,
I know
that's what
it's
we'd rather
It's a
do. but
no-brainer.
the main thing for us is where we're growing it at the minute, innit?
Yeah. So obviously, what I'd do is I'd just say to him that you're obviously wanting to keep growing as you are, but you have found an alternate means of selling it, and they might be like, "Yeah, that's fine." Obviously, still growing the weed for them. Do you know what I mean? So I don't see it being an issue, but you never know what they're like. Obviously, just tell me how it goes. Keep me in the loop. Also, Bobby, do me a favor, yeah?
Yeah.
When I'm
sorry.
gone, I need all these lovely new people
Oh yeah, they're gonna have change.
to go into the WhatsApp group
Yep.
and put a little dot,
Yeah, I'll get them all in.
and so we can get them invited to the
Okay.
thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. If all of you want to put a dot in there now, I'll get it done. Before I
Yep,
forget.
we'll do.
Okay. Has anyone got an apple? I think I might die in a minute.
Hang on a minute, fella. I'll sort you out. Oh, look, everybody's got shit. Right, we're quick on it.
There you go.
So I'll be completely honest with you. A voice in my head's asking me to sing Mamma Mia to the group. Now, I'll be honest with you, yeah. You'll probably want to drown yourself in that lake afterwards. I mean, Lottie will do it
Well,
anyway
Lottie's-
'cause she can't swim.
She's pretty good at that.
There's one of you.
Who did you give that to?
So this this WhatsApp group, it has, if you didn't already know it, pretty much everything you could ever want to know about this city in it. So just take your time to soak it all in. If you're doing oxy runs, there's yoga mats to go to, which reduces all your stress. In case you didn't know, that's in there. There's jerry can locations. There's everything you could possibly need to know. Right.
Okay.
So just to absorb all that, you might already have a WhatsApp group, and obviously you can keep that. I don't give a shit. But obviously, now you've got access to this one, which is obviously just got any more extra information in case you need it. Do you know what I mean? Simple as.
Yep, sounds good.
All I'd ask is if I put something on the to-do list, which, for example, tonight we've had Joyce's and Leguera by almost all the remaining oxy we've got, is we jump on oxy runs. Now, when Ben's in, I'll get you all keys. So in the little CSN special NHS fucking national insurance number section of the WhatsApp group, just pop your CSNs in there, and then we'll get your keys as soon as Ben's in next. All right.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
put a dot in
sounds
there,
good.
I've sent it. I've sent it. The invite to
Then,
one of you. I just need the other three.
And then obviously I'll get you all keys and I'll show you where the place is. And obviously you just keep doing what you're doing, keep growing the weed for Kingsman. Obviously bring the weed back. If you can bag it up with them, then great. Or if you can bag it up yourself, then great. Obviously what we can do is we'll, for the minute, keep what you guys have got separate. And then when we wash yours, we'll obviously give you how much you've made. Do you know what I mean? And you split it your 4 ways for the moment until we work out a more permanent fixture, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Obviously, you'll be making slightly more than these guys, but that's because you're obviously growing separately and doing the Kingsman shit as well. So you earn that extra money.
Yeah.
And then obviously going forward, we'll all earn more collectively if we can hopefully get a new bunker in the future. But again, it's one of them where we're not 100% sure how long that might take for one to come available. As far as I'm aware, there's one up the road from us. But
There is.
I've not seen anybody with that, and I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, I'm taking a flight. Bobby will take care of things from here. Bobby, if my car just goes to the impound, I'll pick it up in the morning.
Would you be able to start the engine so we can drive it back?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
I can drive it back if you want. I can't
Yeah,
promise
go
you'll
on.
be
Could
in
you pass that out?
Keys.
Go, yeah, just go grab
Well,
keys from him.
literally, I'm gonna
Just,
die.
yeah, Aaron, go grab keys.
John.
Well, all I can say is
Go, brother.
congratulations.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Are
Cheers,
you
Ryan.
all about in the
Solid.
city tomorrow evening?
Right, I am
Yeah, I'm
going
about
to
tomorrow.
quickly sing
Alright.
Mamma Mia to the group, all right?
Oh, fuck
As a
yeah.
little inaugural
Oh no.
thing, all right?
Enrollment.
Sorry, I've got one
That's good.
earplug in, so I can own one amount of him because I've never heard it singing before.
Did you go to the karaoke night the other night? Did you hear about
I didn't, but I should have definitely gone to that, I
Oh,
think.
Missed out.
I mean, I've not had this whiskey. Right, let's have this whiskey. This is my 18th whiskey tonight, ladies and
Oh, my
gentlemen.
God.
Right, I've
Oh.
got my little microphone out, all right? Now,
Oh,
you won't be able
fucking
to
hell,
hear
Bob.
you won't be able to hear the Mamma Mia song, all right?
Ugh.
But I'll be able to hear it in my head, all right? So just bear with me a second and we'll sing it.
Oh shit. Come on, guys.
I'm gonna get the a cappella version.
Yeah, right. We should. Yeah. Bob, best singing voice, please, mate. If it's shit, then I'm gonna chuck this away.
This was unexpected.
I don't know why he's singing.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah.
never expected it to end like this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's never ended like this before. Sorry. It's just Bob.
I blame
What
the
can I
voice in
say?
my head. They told me to do it, all right?
First time.
Just tell him to fuck off.
Tell him well done.
Jake. Right, you ready, Ben? Bob? Yeah, smart. No.
The silence.
That boom
No,
mic was too heavy for
absolutely.
you, wasn't it?
This better be good.
Come on, you've got it. Don't fucking be scared, you pussy.
You know the words, yeah?
I'm not singing along, you're joking.
Song, all right?
No. Go on, Bob, you got this.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the whiskey
I've
said-
been cheated by you since I don't know when.
Sorry.
Though I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Look at me now. Will I ever learn? I don't know how. But I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul.
Go on, Bob.
Just one look and I can hear the bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, whoa, Mamma Mia. Here I go again. Mama, how can I resist you? Mamma Mia. Just show again. Mama, just how much I've missed you. Oh, fuck, I've forgotten the words.
It's alright, Bob, keep on
Blue
going, son.
since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go? Mamma Mia,
Boom, boom, boom.
now I really know. Mama, I could never let you go.
Yes.
Bob, we're very happy with you.
Well
Now.
done.
Being angry and sad about
Oh,
the things
still
that
going.
you do.
Alright then.
Singing?
I can't count all the times that I've told you we're through.
What's having the time of her life?
And
over
when
there.
you go, when you slam the door, I think you know that you won't be away too long. You know that I'm not that. Oh, fuck. I forgot the words. Just one look and I can hear the bell ring. One more look and I forget everything. Whoa, whoa, Mamma mia, here I go again. Mama, how can I resist you?
Jake's
Mamma
looking a bit
mia.
zesty.
Does it show again? Mama, just how much I've missed you.
GG.
Oh.
Yeah, well done.
The voice in my head have stitched me up there royally, but
Bravo.
Nah,
Voice of
smashed
an
it,
angel.
Bob.
I
Well,
hope you all
smashed it.
enjoyed that. That's not a
Yeah.
usual thing, all right? Normally I just sing in my head in the car, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty weird enrollment, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Bob likes to sing every now and then, nearly every day.
You
So
should
well
just
in,
catch me
Bob.
on the karaoke nights, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you smashed it, Bob. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Appreciate that, fella. How long are you about for, Bobby?
For most probably the rest of the night. I most probably won't go to sleep, mate.
So, I've just been texted by, ironically,
Yes.
RDG.
Oh,
And
what
they,
the fuck do they want? Because I got slapped in the jaw.
They want to meet, but I can push it back to the
No,
weekend.
I want to go meet them. I want my new fellow employees to come meet them because I want to show them. No, if they they will. If they say something,
Obviously,
I will say something.
If you guys want to go,
You don't
you
have to.
wanna,
You
if
don't
you
have
don't
to
want to
come.
go just yet, and you want to just chill for the rest of the night, I won't blame you. Obviously,
We
this
can
meeting
can,
doesn't have to
but-
happen tonight, but I trust Bobby to deal with it.
What's it about,
obviously,
first of all? Quickly.
Or
is it up
I
in
don't
their
know.
hands?
I'm assuming they probably want to buy some shit.
Okay. I thought it was on our turn meeting. Okay, that's fine then. You don't have to come, and we don't have to have the meeting tonight. It's all up to you four.
I don't know. When are you people thinking about flying out? Because I do need to go to sleep soon.
Probably same.
I'll come.
How long are you around for, Lottie?
I can come too. If
Yeah.
it's quick.
I mean, even if you have to like go and smell the leather seats in the back of the car halfway through the meeting, it's one of them, innit? But
Just no, literally. Just right. We don't do. We just. Oh,
I mean, I've just got a new whip and them seats are smelling fresh.
I got a new
Not
car as
for
well.
long.
It's fucking.
got that
good.
new car smell on the inside. Do you know what I mean? But you have to get really close, and you're like. And then you can
He's done
smell
this
it.
before in his life. You can tell.
A couple of times, yeah. It smells good though. It's like when you open a new CD and it smells like
Right,
fresh,
when
like
are
a
we
Chinese
meeting 'em?
factory. Do you know what I mean?
Not like them bus seats.
Just tell him to
Them
send you a
special
postal.
buses.
Just
Let
ask
me
them
ring
to
him now.
post-
Hang on.
Yeah. They mess around. I tell them to. Better ring. Oh yeah, the radio is 121.898.
Hello, fella. How you doing? You all right?
Does that stay the
Yeah,
same
but
every
Bad, have
day?
you just text me? Am I imagining things?
It does, unless you look in the Bluetooth, and it does change. I mean,
121.8.
Honestly, you
898.
did good there, fella. How may I help you? Are you all right?
The only time it does change is obviously when we last got taxed. Then obviously they knew our radios would change.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds.
That's about it. To be fair,
sounds
but
like
it's
a
always
good idea.
updated.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I'm about to
I
catch
just
a
need
flight now.
I just need
Now,
another
I
two
have
people
my
to
boy
put
Bobby
a dot
who
on the
can take this
in the
meeting.
general.
Oh yeah, who
Obviously,
hasn't
we won't
put
be
a
able
dot
to
in the
agree to
general?
anything
Probably you, Lottie.
concrete
Oh,
at this
yeah.
meeting if I'm not
Which
there.
one's yours?
Put a dot in general.
Also, just
Frankie, which one's yours?
all right.
So the first
Uh,
one that's sent.
Yeah, the
Or-
first one.
Ah, yeah.
Zekra.
Like,
It'll be
I'll
Tuesday,
just send
so
you an email.
But obviously we're gonna have to decide what and when we talk to Kingsman. Obviously with us going on holiday end of next week, we're gonna have to work something out because
I'll talk
Jake
to him.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Are you-
roll down and have a word.
Are you happy to like? We can obviously do it until like Wednesday. Like last day we can do it is probably Tuesday, as a collective.
Yeah, so we'll just wait till Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I'll just bowl down and have a word.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Because obviously it'll only be you then, like there to do it, and obviously that was gonna be a lot for you to do.
Yeah, I know. I'll explain.
So yeah, Wednesday then we'll say we'll cut the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But until Wednesday, we'll keep doing it every day.
I mean, yeah.
Sound good?
Yep.
I mean, I'm glad you for a part of it because,
I
Dunno.
have to be here.
yeah, man.
Yeah, like I said, my only like concern or
In 22
terms
minutes.
was
Mhm.
that you know, that we still wanted to have something like the gang culture brought into it.
Oh,
See what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah, 100%.
that was
Like,
our
we'd never
only
take
term.
that. We would never take the like away from people who want to do the thing that makes them happy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. And obviously, like with more people, like you've got
Yeah.
a higher success rate. So, you know, it's sort of a win-win. It'd be stupid not to, really.
yeah,
And I mean, if you're going to be a big organization, you need some sort of, you know, protection if you ever needed it anyway. So
yeah. That's why I was talking to you about weapons because obviously we're very too high reps. So
exactly. And to be
I'm
fair,
about
I
to be
feel like
100 as well.
yeah,
I feel like getting we've already got 2 between us. We'd need one more to make a weapons one, and then
yeah.
we would need another one just for a normal one, wouldn't we?
Yeah, so I'm saying we keep
need
one
2
out of the
more.
2. Yeah, I'm saying we keep 1 and then we just have a 2. Just because, and then we've got something to bag up the weed. Otherwise, we'd just be waiting for me and you.
Yeah.
And,
So you got one
further.
weapons table and you got one crafting table.
yeah. But the thing is, I don't know how you're going to make the ammo with that. Then we also need chem though for the black
Yeah,
powder.
I think you need a chemical table as well.
Yeah.
Well, I
What,
got
do you
told
have
how
to
to
make
make
a chem
the chem table. No, I got told how to make the black powder.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I know you make it, but does it require a thingy anymore? Or chem? That's what it does.
Firework and a
Yeah.
hammer.
Yeah.
You then mix what powder you get from that with charcoal to get
Yeah.
KN.
Right. Okay. So that meeting's
And then
not
you
till
mix
next
2 of
Tuesday
them.
now. Okay.
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
okay.
Because
you mix
um,
2 of them with
obviously
full sulfur to get
their
black
leader's
powder.
not
Yeah.
their leader's not here till next Monday now.
Okay.
So I just said that I'm in on Tuesday. He's in on Tuesday. They're in on Tuesday. If you guys are in, we'll all go up and we'll have a discussion with them. All right.
Tuesday will be our last day in a city before we go on holiday. So
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And like I said, obviously, just let Kingsman obviously know you're going. I'm probably they already know.
yeah, Jake here is gonna talk to them Wednesday. So yeah.
Yeah, no worries. And just let us know how that goes. Obviously, we'll plan forward from there. Do you know what I mean? But we'll
Mhm.
figure out something, all right?
And what about tomorrow then? Like, what's the plan
So
tomorrow?
Friday. Normally I would be in on a Friday, but my beloved Chelsea are playing tomorrow.
The shit
So-
out of a Chelsea.
I'll have less out of you, fella.
I support Chelsea.
We've got a fellow football fan, have we?
I'm a
got
Chelsea
a-
fan, but I'm going to be honest, they are absolutely awful.
You probably
He's
don't
the
want to
most-
know.
Right,
who I
right,
want to
Negative
right.
support.
person.
Sorry, I'm going to have to stop everyone right here. Did you just say go on, you Spurs?
He's a Spurs fan, fella. Did you not know that?
You
Look,
probably don't want to know who I support, then, mate.
no, but all I'm going to say is
Arsenal fan.
look at your.
No,
Fuck
I'm a
no,
Liverpool fan.
That's not.
Shit,
That's not
person.
could have been a lot worse.
That's
Could have been an
unlucky.
Arsenal fan. Could have been a Man U fan. Bloody hell.
Well, that's true.
Might as well have jumped in that river now, fella. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But anyway, I've got to take a flight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, Chelsea are playing, so I'll be in my apartment with a few of them whiskies, having a good time. So I won't be in tomorrow, but normally I would be. Now, if Bobby's in,
Yeah.
I'll be in throughout the day, so I'll obviously talk to you guys. Do you know what I mean?
you're
Tomorrow,
going to see me
if
sleepy
you're in.
Bobby. You're going to see me
But
sleep Bob.
Bobby, obviously, if any business needs to happen, Bobby will take care of it. We do need Oxy. That's what we need. We've sold
Yeah.
a lot of it, and we do need more. I'll also get you access to the company funds, of which we only have, I say only, we started off with £5 in our back pocket and a dream. Do you know what I mean? And now we've got $500,000 in there. And that's, again, only money we make from sales and stuff. So that's not money we make from the weed. That goes to our personals. Do you know what I mean?
Go on, Aaron.
When will I be getting keys for the place?
As soon as Ben's back in.
As soon as Ben's in, because
That's that
Ben,
Sunday.
technically, Ben signed the lease. So
he's
as
got
soon
the
as
main
Ben's
keys.
here, make sure you put your special CSNs in the WhatsApp group, and I'll
we'll
make
do that.
sure you get keys
Yeah, when we
sorted
fly out.
tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. And also, look at that office, 689 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
698.
Just imagine the vision of it. I think it's really cool, and I think be beneficial to all of us. But again, it would be totally up to you guys, or whether you wanted to grow, like get a place where you grow or something like that to make more money. Again, it's totally up to you. Right, I'm going to probably smell the back seat of that car for a little while, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Where I'll be in tomorrow. If you're in the daytime tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. But if you're not, I'll see you on Saturday. All right.
I don't know about these guys.
All right, cheers, mate.
And also, if you jump on the radio, whenever you're in, we'll have a nice chat.
Yeah, we're on it.
Yeah, that's sick. So obviously we don't get in a lot of trouble. So beforehand, like we don't have to change the radio very often, is what I'm getting at. Do you know what I mean? Because we don't
I
get
asked if you
caught
change it
with
every day
stuff.
or.
No, we just keep the same one. We don't have any trouble really. We stick to ourselves now. We have a shitload of packages. You guys obviously have some packages still. I don't know how many.
Oh, wait.
Obviously, we're all just all hands to the pump on the oxyruns right now. All right. But yeah, once we've built up a stock of that, especially now that there's more of us, we're going to be absolutely laughing. Plus, we'll have the money that we use in the business account is used to buy more materials and more things down the line. So that'd be things like potentially guns, and obviously like if you're buying ingredients for stuff that's expensive. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, have a good one. Look after yourselves.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
see you later.
Take care, bro.
See you in a bit, lad. Got a spider puppy.
Yeah, you've got a spider, mate.
It's on your car now. Fucking hell. Everyone's just gone. Wow.
There was 5.
That's a bit mad, that.
What the fuck just happened? I blinked and there's no one in. Oh shit.